Did Mercedes accidentally create a Formula One car that is so advanced other teams wish it never existed? Some engineers claim there are features inside this $20 million machine that were never meant to be talked about publicly. Today, I am taking you into the side of Formula One where hidden technology decides who dominates and who gets left behind. If you have ever wondered why Mercedes remains terrifyingly consistent, stay with me because this story is bigger than raw horsepower. Behind the scenes of the chassis tech nobody talks about. What gives the Mercedes Formula One chassis its silent advantage is the obsessive focus on the carbon fiber monocoque structure. The layout is not simply designed to hold components. It is engineered like a pressure-resistant shell that strengthens precisely at points where force is most violent. The reinforcement pattern does not add weight where it is not needed, which is why the car remains agile without sacrificing strength. Weight distribution is so precise that even a slight change can disrupt cornering performance. And Mercedes has mastered that balance with frightening accuracy. It is this placement that keeps the car planted during brutal turns, while maintaining durability through long race weekends. Rival teams repeatedly study external measurements and still struggle to reproduce the internal distribution without compromising rigidity. Many fans focus only on aero or horsepower, but what truly supports these performance gains is the quiet reliability and stability of the chassis. It brings consistency that allows the rest of the car to operate beyond normal limits, making it a major reason for continuous race victories. Even though it rarely receives the spotlight, performance magic hidden inside the power unit explained like a secret. Recipe. The 6-cylinder turbo hybrid power unit used by Mercedes is not simply a blend of combustion and battery assistance. It has been developed to maintain a perfect level of output without causing temperature spikes that usually slow cars down later in the race. The thermal efficiency improvements allow the engine to deliver sustained aggressive power while consuming less fuel, which affects lap time more than most spectators realize. The energy recovery system gathers kinetic and heat energy in a way that creates almost no drag and releases power without hesitation when the driver demands it. This instant availability of energy is one of the defining traits that help Mercedes cars pull ahead after a slow corner or defend during long straights. The gearbox materials also play a large role because they have been engineered to handle torque levels far higher than traditional units, while keeping weight extremely low. That reduction in mass removes stress from the rear of the car, which supports both acceleration and handling. All these elements combine into a system that behaves like a carefully crafted recipe, where the smallest calibration change can either create brilliance or cost several tenths of a second. Mercedes has perfected this balance, and the result is mechanical power delivered with astonishing smoothness and consistency. What sends shivers down my spine? Aerodynamics. That rewrite racing logic. Airflow around this car does not behave the way airflow behaves around most Formula One machines. Every body curve channels air into narrow sections that reduce turbulence and dramatically increase top speed while still providing strong grip for corner exits. The front wing and the barred boards continue shaping airflow, even when the driver attacks aggressive steering angles, which keeps the car stable at moments when most vehicles struggle. Each small aerodynamic fin contributes to race pace in ways that are almost hard to comprehend, because a barely noticeable change in angle can mean a gain of several tenths over a lap. Every time I analyze this car, I feel like I'm looking at engineering that is 5 years ahead of the sport. The level of aerodynamic refinement delivers a blend of straight-line dominance and cornering efficiency, which is why the car performs so consistently at different circuits. It is not loud or flashy at first sight, but the more attention you give to the airflow tricks hidden across the body, the more obvious it becomes why this machine behaves in ways that almost defy racing logic. The secret hybrid energy strategy that opponents hate hearing about. There's a specific reason why rivals become uncomfortable whenever the topic of Mercedes' energy deployment is discussed. The team manages qualifying and race energy into completely different ways, and that separation gives drivers the best of both worlds. During qualifying, the hybrid system is programmed to discharge energy in short and violent bursts to achieve the fastest possible lap with almost no conservation. In contrast, race mode spreads those power hits across an entire stint, allowing the driver to surprise opponents by activating acceleration at the exact moment when they believe the attack is not possible. Every surge is timed with such accuracy that engineers monitor power cycles in milliseconds to deliver responses that feel instantaneous. It becomes a form of controlled aggression. where the car surges forward right when the rival car is at its weakest. Honestly, watching how surgical their energy timing is makes me feel like I'm witnessing perfection. What makes it even more intimidating is that the power delivery does not feel chaotic or unpredictable for the driver. Everything is calculated so precisely that the additional thrust feels like an extension of the throttle, making overtakes look effortless, while competitors cannot react quickly enough to defend precision control inside the cockpit. Every button has a hidden purpose. Whenever the camera zooms into the steering wheel, it becomes clear that the cockpit is more than a place to sit. The controls allow the driver to reshape the behavior of the car multiple times within a single lap. The differential settings alter how the rear wheels rotate under corner entry and exit, allowing the car to either rotate aggressively or remain steady depending on need. Energy release controls modify when the hybrid boosts rise, while brake migration settings optimally shift braking pressure from front to rear as fuel weight drops throughout the race. These functions let the driver correct performance on the fly, creating a completely different driving response for every corner and straight. The car essentially transforms its personality repeatedly depending on what the driver chooses. And that level of control is not something every driver on the grid can handle. I have always admired how Mercedes designs technology powerful enough to intimidate even elite drivers. It takes immense skill to use these tools while still racing at full speed. And when used correctly, the steering wheel becomes one of the biggest weapons the team has against the competition. The ultimate protection features that keep drivers alive at 200 miles per hour. Safety technology in the Mercedes Formula One car is built to withstand situations that most people could never imagine encountering. The halo structure serves as the most visible shield, preventing debris and full car impacts from reaching the driver. Beneath that sits the survival cell, a rigid compartment designed to remain intact even when the rest of the vehicle is heavily damaged. The car is fitted with advanced crash data sensors that measure every impact and relay information to improve future safety development. Materials surrounding the cockpit resist fire and extreme energy transfer, while staying as light as possible to avoid harming performance. What stands out about the Mercedes safety philosophy is not just compliance with FIA requirements, but continuous improvement that goes beyond them. Their protection features are engineered as if every race carries unpredictable danger, and that commitment has helped build a machine that provides both extreme performance and remarkable security when speeds exceed 100 miles per hour. How these hidden features translate into real race domination one race weekend at a time. The true value of all these technological layers becomes clear when the race weekend unfolds. The balanced chassis prevents unnecessary tire wear during long stints, which allows the team to maintain higher pace deeper into a race than many competitors. The hybrid power unit not only provides raw speed but also delivers superior fuel efficiency, which lets drivers push harder without facing the same limits as other cars. Aerodynamic advantages help during both qualifying and race sessions by combining top speed with cornering confidence, creating a car that is fast on circuits with long straights as well as tracks full of tight turns. Cockpit controls give the driver constant tools to respond to weather shifts, strategy changes, and tire degradation without visiting the pit wall for adjustments, even when surface performance appears equal between teams. These small but consistent advantages accumulate across every lap. That is why Mercedes continues to look strong across entire race weekends, rather than just single sessions. It is not one massive trick that creates dominance. It is a network of features working together with flawless precision. The deeper this car is studied, the more it becomes clear that $20 million bought far more than just speed. If you could change one thing about Formula One technology, what would it be? Make sure to comment your thoughts, like the video, and subscribe. And tell me what you want next: Red Bull dominance, Ferrari strategy mistakes, or McLaren's comeback engineering.